story of the day really, which should concern every citizen. Forget the politics for a moment. This is the story that should trouble us, because it was a tough day for patients looking to buy medicines for various ailments. Around 8 lakh pharmacies across the nation today down their shutters, demanding a crackdown on online drug sales. Only government-managed drug stores were open. Pharmacies claim that the unregulated online sale of medicines is eroding their business and putting patients at risk. A near total shutdown of chemists reported from Delhi, Himachal Pradesh, Chandigarh, Odisha, Punjab, Haryana, and also in other states. The government has clarified there is no immediate move for online sale of medicines and stakeholders are being consulted. The big question, of course, is should the sale of drugs online be declared illegal? What should be the next step if the patient's concerns are to be met, and that of chemists and the medical community? Dr. Devi Shetty, Chairman Narayana Hrudayalaya Hospitals, joins me. I appreciate you, Dr. Shetty, for joining us. The big question that many of us have, is this a either-or situation? Don't have online sale of drugs because chemists are angry in this country. Can there be a middle ground? Do you believe that there is a need to regulate the sale of drugs and medicines online, only ensure that prescription drugs are allowed online?
I agree. See, the online the medicine sale is a standard practice in the US and Europe. In fact, all over the world it is becoming a standard practice. But what we really need is a regulation to control them, so that rogue pharmacies do not sell fake drugs and hurt the people. That is the only fear we have, because the pharmacies on what are already available in the country, they are a very rigidly regulated industry. They have very strict guidelines, whereas online anybody can, as of now, anybody can start selling medicines online, which is dangerous. But saying that drugs cannot be sold online, that is not acceptable.
So
we have to change with changing times.
You have to change with changing times, and we've seen that across the board when it is coming to online sales, whether it's groceries, whether it's music. But drugs and medicines obviously are a different issue because they are a matter of life and death. Now, life-saving drugs already, I believe, cannot be sold online. But do you believe that what kind of regulations, Dr. Shetty, would you put in place? What kind of safeguards would you put in place to ensure that drugs can indeed be sold online without any hitch?
Exactly the same regulation which governs the retail pharmacies can be implemented with some modification. First of all, the person who is selling it has to be registered, and there has to be a pharmacist to certify that the prescription is real and the medicine is given at the right dose for the right condition. So if this is complied with, and there is a pharmacist on the other side who is certified and who certifies that I am the person who has dispensed the medicine, there is accountability, there should not be any problem. So essentially the fear is, one is a fake drug. We do not know an online pharmacy whether it is buying medicines from the real drug producers, manufacturers, or some fake producers. That is a fear. Second problem is there a pharmacist involved in the process of dispensing medicine? Because we can't take the role of a pharmacist lightly, because pharmacist looking at the prescription, he has an idea what this medicine is all about. So if these guidelines are followed, online pharmacy can be as safe as a retail pharmacy.
But the question is how if I today go online and I go, let's say, to Ziggy.com or a site which is actually selling today drugs and medicines, do I know that that there is this process of a pharmacist involved? Do I know that the drugs that I am getting have necessarily been sourced from a pharmacy which is registered? What, at the moment today, do you believe that the chemists who have gone on strike have a point to say that the entire online sector is unregulated when it comes to drugs and medicines?
See, there are certain large groups which are already trying to sell medicines online. have got at least a structure in place. I believe they have a structure. But if somebody who is not very honorable person, if he starts his business online, there is, as of now, there is nothing which can prevent him. So this is the fear. This has to be addressed, and government is taking steps to put in the right regulations. You see, if you really look at the government is doing a fantastic job trying to put all the stakeholders together and discuss with them and then come up with a strategy. But demand that online drugs cannot be allowed, that is not fair.
Okay.
It is exactly like bankers who burnt the computers when the computers came. Similarly, the travel agents who objected to online ticket sale. I agree, the medicines are not, you know, the airline ticket, but it can be regulated easily.
Okay, so you're saying regulated better, don't complete. There is no question of any ban on online sale of drugs. It's an idea whose time has come. All you need is better regulation, and chemists also need to adjust to this new reality. Dr. Devi Shetty, as always, a pleasure talking to you there from Bangalore. Thank you very much.